Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. Scorpio, my friends, my naughties with a dash of nice. I'm going to do your reading for you. It is general. Because it's general, it may or may not resonate. If it does resonate, I'm glad we're able to connect. If it does not, hopefully the next time, my dear Scorps. We are going to look at, Scorpio, what is your strength right now, your weakness, and what you should focus on. I'm going to do that with the Divine Goddess deck here, and then we're going to get into the tarot. So let's take a look-see at my lovely Scorpicinos. Oops. All right, Scorpio, my Scorps. Can't tell the other signs. I don't know, something about you guys that I like the most. I must be the Mars, because I'm Aries. It must be the Mars. I feel that in you. I'm like, I like what you do with it with the water. I don't know. Your strength right now. Oh, wow. Compassion. That's really beautiful. Look at you, Scorpio. You're all soft and cuddly right now. Your weakness. Co-creating. It's very interesting. It's kind of like, yeah, I understand you. I totally get it. Do I want to work with you? No. Okay. What you should focus on. Healing. Interesting. Healing. Focus on your healing right now. Now, it's interesting because that compassion card, there's another card. I don't remember which deck it's in, where there's something about compassion. I can't remember if it's a healing card. You know what? I feel like it's coming from the Energy Oracle deck. But one of the things that's connected with it, it could be the heart chakra. It could be that card. I can't remember. But where I'm going with this is, it talks about compassion, but compassion to oneself first is the most important step in developing compassion. So having compassion for yourself first, it's interesting. I'm just rolling into that because what you should focus on here is healing. It could be healing something between you and someone else, like building something together here. Yeah, you're struggling, kind of struggling a little bit, right? With working together with others, building, sharing your energy, openly collaborating. You're really compassionate. So I don't know, like if you've even perhaps processed things that have happened in the past for you between yourself and other people or situations that you've been in. And, you can say, yeah, we're all fallible. Everybody makes mistakes. We're not always in our best energy. And yeah, it's cool. I get it. I want to say that that's a strength that you have right now. And it might even be a strength that it might not even just be like personally like that. It could be showing up too as a strength that you have to the world to kind of offer to people, but you might not be doing that right now. Like there's a part of you that is it's funny. Like I came in and I love Scorpio's energy. It must be that Mars, but it's that balance with the water. I like what you do with it. So there's a drive, there's a desire, but there's also an emotional aspect to you here that is really your strength at this time. But it's almost like, working with other people in that, or maybe, I don't know, maybe trusting, healing, focus, healing. No. Not to say that you don't want to do healing. We're all healing, honey. It never stops. The cycle never stops. We're all wounded warriors on this planet called Earth. But this is, to see the healing, it's almost like focus, like, right, that's what you should focus on, healing. Maybe there's a group of people or there's someone here that you could do healing with. Flow. Just flow. Flow is at the bottom. So maybe you've just been like going with the flow. Just kind of like seeing where life takes you. Not being resistant against the natural order of things in your life. Do I want to? I do. I want to add, I don't know. I was playing around with it. And I don't know. I didn't like the Energy Oracle deck like off camera with this, but I don't know. I'm going to try it with this. The energy is obviously going to be different when I turn on the camera and I'm trying to tap into you. So it didn't work for me. It didn't work for me. So let's see. Let's see what we're getting with you. Your strength right now is compassion. Your weakness is co-creation. What your focus should be is healing. Wow, the temple path. That is your strength right now. Ooh, that's beautiful. And right, I feel like though this energy in the underline is what brought you there. It's just kind of like seeing where life takes you. Not being resistant towards paths that open up for you. I'm just hearing as well that taking the path of least resistance. It's kind of funny how that, sometimes that's good, sometimes it's not. It feels like it's particularly good or has been. But right now, you have a spiritual purpose right here. Your spiritual purpose is to be compassionate. It has something to do with fulfilling a destiny. Compassion is going to help you fulfill a destiny right now. A purpose, a soul purpose for you. How fascinating. But the weakness is co-creation. Angel of Love. Wow, that's interesting. Wow, we go from 48 to 49 with these two cards. Oh my God. I was just talking about, which is the card that talks about compassion to yourself first. It's this card. I have written down tender connections. Compassion towards yourself first, then the outside world will respond. Well, the way this is showing up, I kind of sort of feel like you've probably had the compassion toward yourself. You've given yourself what you needed. You've invested in yourself. You've been kind to yourself. You've been easier on yourself. You've looked and said, I'm human. This is how life goes. This is how it is. And I want to say that the recognition in that and being kind to you has put you on your truest path here. But there's a struggle with building with others with this energy. I want to say you're building up some sort of trust because your compassion, anything you're putting towards yourself is in preparation to put out into the world as well, in some degree. We're not living in a complete bubble on an island. Well, unless you are. But, you getting a signal? You get a signal from that island? It's transferring this to other relationships. Your focus should be healing. And it's funny because this card is looking at the weakness. Damn. Magician in the Mirror is knowing and using your true power to transform your life. I feel like you've levied up your power here. Your personal power. And I'm gonna say, like, I've kind of touched on it. I feel like I'm touching on something I'm speaking about it on a very surface level way compared to what I think is going on here for you. Because for you to kind of be on like a spiritual destiny at this point, and that's about compassion. It feels like it's about healing. It's maybe even, witnessing others who have been through similar life experiences as yourself. It's kind of getting you out of, I would say, maybe isolation, some type of containment or closed off energy. The underline is the first chakra, followed by deceit, followed by door to romance, followed by hostilities and adjacent possibilities. It's kind of weird. It just gives me this energy here of, maybe lying to yourself about certain things in certain relationships, what you really wanted in them or didn't want. The conflicts that this causes between or has caused between you and other people. And there's a lot of different things to consider here. Like there's a lot of options. There might have even been something that was going on here and you were doubtful of someone or something. Kind of got your back up against it. The other thing is too, I feel like you may have been in what would be described as like a stable and secure situation. But then there was some sort of deceit in your romantic life That's a very, like, I feel like romantic life is an area where people are probably usually the most vulnerable. It is the most intimate relationship you can have with another person that is not, hopefully, a blood relative of yours. But, you know, people watch all different areas and all different traditional things. But anyways, because then it's like, it's almost like looking for trouble behind every door. Looking, like expecting, it's a little bit of expecting the worst behind, you know, all of these different doors. You just never know. You just never know who's going to fuck you around with this backstabbing deceit card, right? So right now, but your strength is compassion and your spiritual purpose, okay? The difficult part here, but then it says compassion towards self, to co-create. You know, there's a lot of like reds and rosy colors right here, sorry, in your strength and your weakness. And then the temple path and the healing has like this very sort of green aura, which is giving me like heart chakra energy. Compassion, the Seven of Pentacles. This should be part of your new plan moving forward. The Temple Path, the Two of Wands. It's kind of, it's okay, getting out of a zone that you feel comfort in right now. It's moving towards, this is very different. I mean, the Seven of Pentacles and the Two of Wands is really indicating that your strength right now is to have a very different approach, a very different way of looking forward into the future than what you have right now. And it's really honestly about a spiritual destiny here and being sort of like gentle with yourself and gentle with others. Co-creation is your weakness. The Four of Wands. Creating in a very, you know, like celebrating the things that we create with other people. Creating in a happy manner and getting along well with others. The Angel of Love. The Eight of Pentacles. Oh my gosh, that's kind of crazy. Right, we have 48 and 49, and we have 4 and we have 8. Those numbers in your weakness area. The way the numbers are coming around, like very synchronistic, it feels like to me like it's related to your spiritual destiny here. And so it's being highlighted like this is an area of working on your weakness. I feel like there's something soft and vulnerable here to experience with others and what you build. And when I say weakness, it almost feels like it's an area that is underdeveloped, right? Like it's time to develop that fully. Focus on healing. The Two of Swords. Trusting your intuition. The Magician in the Mirror. The Eight of Wands. It's interesting. It kind of has something to do with healing your decision-making process and trusting it and then moving forward with it. Scorpio's strength right now. The Six of Pentacles, giving. The Ten of Wands. Even when you, I don't know, okay, just a second, giving. And, oh, Judgment. Interesting. Interesting. These tarot cards are telling me something different here. Because the tarot cards, in terms of your strength, to me, looks like it's you really deciding who and what you want to show compassion and effort towards. There's something odd about almost... This combination feels almost to me like being forced, like who you're going to give to, who you're going to be compassionate towards today. Almost like you feel like that you have felt that you need to, you know, like, and it's not something you want to do with the Ten of Wands. And it's like finally rising above this, finally getting out from under it to follow your true path. Okay. Your weakness has been showing compassion to the wrong people. It's all like soft and cuddly in this reading, and now well then, okay. See, that's the difference between oracle cards and tarot. I always love it. I always love it. You know, it's the oracle cards in Harry Potter. You know, you are one with the universe. Everything is beautiful and flowing, and everything is wonderful. And then you get to Whoopi Goldberg. Girl, you in trouble. Trouble, honey. Molly, you in trouble, girl. No, the tarot always tells the truth, man. Oracle is something else, but tarot, because yeah, let's looking at that. Your strength right now is to rise above who and what you've been compassionate towards that hasn't served your highest good, right? And that's part of the new plan here. That's part of the new plan. Moving forward. The weakness, honestly, has been co-creating with people based on like, if it's got to be connected, because you have compassion at both, is stated in both areas. I'm rising above, getting myself out from under that shit. Okay. Your weakness right now. Could be too. It could be for some of you. You may have been forced in some way or some dynamics to feel like this is the person I need to invest in. This is the person I need to, you know. I mean, if you were in any sort of codependent relationship too, like maybe there's somebody, you know, you relied on them for money or a roof over your head or anything like that, or paying for your books if you're a kid or a student going to college, and you're like, well, I got to be nice to my mom. So yeah, okay. Oh, the Seven of Wands, the Tower, and the Hanged Man. Yo, okay, we're getting the full gist of it here. Right, like, it's funny because we have healing, and I feel like it has something to do with a little bit of an ouch that you got here through life. And that seems to be related, at least what we're talking about in this reading right now, is the ouch in life from possibly to committed relationships, because you have the door to romance card, but then we have hostilities coming in. Somebody's fucking around with you with the Deceit card in an intimate relationship. So you're like, you know, you can't trust the person you're sleeping with. Who can you trust? I guess it's like that. And... right? Because you have the Four of Wands here with co-creation. That could be like a marriage or a relationship in some way. It's funny, like you're in bed with this person. Like even that phrase. That's the weakness. And it could, I want to say, I feel like it could be like a wound here. You broke stuff down. And then you're trying to really see things differently. Or things have been broken down around you. You may also be in a bit of a pause here. Like just, you know, watching life go by. I'm not sure what I want to do. There is a definitely strength for you. And moving out of a weakness is coming out of, I guess, I want to say like a self-imposed purgatory or a self-imposed period of no decision making, maybe. And we make decisions every second of the day. I make a decision to turn my head this way, head that way, or to get up and go get a drink of water, right? But I want to say like big decisions. Big decisions. What your focus should be right now is healing. Making a decision. Or deciding, the Three of Wands. Maybe it's deciding if there is something here that you want to heal between yourself and another person. If you want to heal this wound. Because the Two of Swords here too, like it's no pressure. It's like, what do you want to do? You decide. What do you want to do? The Three of Wands, the Page of Wands, and the Knight of Swords. What you should do. It's almost like decide if you want to talk to somebody. Decide if you want to talk to someone. Maybe just talk to people. Do you want to get out there? There's like something like the Eight of Wands and the Knight of Swords. I mean, it's like no hesitations here. It's just like jumping into life and going for it. I don't know. I mean, I know I've been reading tarot for a long time now, right? Yeah, see? I know. I feel like that's a lot to ask. It's healing that. It could also be impulsiveness, like healing some sort of impulsive energy. Yeah, it could be trying to. I think the other thing I get too is maybe also like this focus is healing something about doing things or not doing things because of how you think certain people might think or feel about you. And I say that I kind of want to say it in a very... All right, right? Yeah, most of you know, I'm an Aries. So, yeah, we have this little Mars connection, you and I, Scorpio. And I do see, like, Scorpios, most of the Scorpios that I've met, they do tend to be very, like, go-getters, hard workers. I used to always think that Aries had the most energy in the zodiac until I met Scorpios. I was like, holy fuck. They're just, like, they're in a whole other field. Forget that. But... I feel like there's something in Scorpios too. Like if somebody tells you you can't do something, oh, fuck you, I can do it. Tell me I can't do that. Or if, like it's like that. So it's not to me like shrinking into your shell and feeling submissive or unable. It's almost like a bit of I show the world I can do it. In that way, like almost like this sense of needing to prove yourself. There could even be something too. I find like that could also be associated to if you, as a child, grew up with a narcissist in the home and always feeling like belittled or discounted, and always feeling like you need either responsible for a parent or an elder's emotional state, like, or trying to get attention. Yeah, because I kind of feel like the healing also has something to do with maybe even getting praise through actions. But this is looking after you, like, right? That's your strength right now. You rise above what you have felt buried or submersed in terms of giving. Maybe this is an impulse to give at times too. An impulse to give, an impulsive need to give, to be seen, to be recognized. Yeah. Okay? I'm going to go do the extended, Scorpio. And the extended, I'm going to ask what you don't see about yourself and what is your biggest asset that you could lean into at this time. Thank you so much, Scorpichinos. Until next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.